Now that we know about powers of I, let's take a look at an actual example of multiplying two complex numbers together. Okay, so let's take a look at this one right here. 4 minus 7i times 2 plus 9i. Now, this should kind of strike a chord with you. This should kind of ring a bell because this looks suspiciously like multiplying binomials. If I just change those i's to x's, then it just becomes like a multiplication problem, a box problem. And that's exactly how we're going to do it. So we're going to remember, we treat the I like a variable. So we're going to multiply these together as if we're multiplying two binomials together, which I like to do by doing the box. So let's dredge up the old box method. Let's draw a box, which represents the product. The first factor has two terms, and the second factor has two terms. Okay, so I set it up like this. So we list out the first factor along the side. Actually, it doesn't matter. We could put it across the top either way. But I'm going to put it on the side. I got 4 minus 7i. And then the second factor, I'm going to list across the top. 2 plus 9i. Okay, then to fill in the other boxes, I just multiply the edges to get the inside. So the first upper left-hand box, it's going to be 4 times 2, which is 8. Okay, next box across the top row. So this box right here, that's going to be 4 times 9i. So remember, we treat the I like an X or a variable. 4 times 9i is just going to be 36i. Okay, so this box right here, 36i. Okay, then moving down to the second row. So this box right here is going to be negative 7i times 2. Remember, again, we treat the I like a variable. So negative 7i times 2 is going to be negative 14i. Okay, then finally, this box right here in the lower right. Okay, this box right here, that's going to be negative 7i times positive 9i. So again, we treat the I like a variable as if it were an X. So 9 times negative 7 is negative 63. And then I times I is I squared. Okay, oh, now we do know about powers of I, so we can actually simplify this. So I squared is negative 1. So negative 63i squared is negative 63 times negative 1, which actually is positive 63. So if we end up with any powers of I in the process of doing this, we can actually simplify those using our knowledge about powers of I. Okay, so we've got all 4 boxes. So now all we need to do is add them together and combine like terms to get our final solution. Okay, so here's what it looks like. So when I add them together, I get 8 plus 36i minus 14i plus 63. That comes from this box right here. So combining like terms, the pure numbers, the real numbers without i's, 8, this one right here, and 63 combined together to give you a 71. Then the imaginary numbers, the i's. So positive 36 minus 14, that's going to be plus 22i. Okay, so here's our solution, 71 plus 22i. Okay, so multiplying complex numbers is really just doing the box, just multiplying binomials together. Only thing different is that when we ended up with this term right here, negative 63i squared, we pulled out our knowledge about powers of I squared is negative 1, so that turns out to be positive 63. Okay, so multiplication is fairly straightforward. One more left, and that's division. So let's talk about that next.